Imagine waking up to the news that Johnny Depp has a brand new movie locked in with a major studio. Lionsgate just dropped the official release date for Day Drinker, and fans everywhere are losing their minds. After years of waiting, this supernatural revenge thriller is finally sailing toward theaters on March 26, 27. What makes this one feel different is the mix of mystery, intrigue, and that unmistakable Depp energy we have all missed on the big screen. From the first look, images where he appears almost unrecognizable with that striking new look, people are already buzzing. This is not just another film, it feels like a real comeback moment for one of the most talented actors of our time. After that exciting announcement from Lionsgate, the excitement around Johnny Depp returning in Day Drinker has only grown stronger. The supernatural revenge thriller marks a fresh chapter for the actor who has always brought something truly unique to every role he takes on the film. Is set to hit theaters on March 26, 27, and early details suggest it will blend dark humor, intense action, and that signature mysterious atmosphere. Depp is known for fans who have followed his career closely know that he has a special way of transforming into characters that feel alive and unpredictable. In Day Drinker, he plays a complex lead who finds himself caught in a world where the lines between reality and something much darker begin to blur. According to reports from the studio, the story follows a man seeking justice in unusual ways. After personal losses push him toward unexpected paths, this setup gives Depp plenty of room to explore layers of emotion and intensity that audiences love seeing from him. What stands out right away in the first released images is how different he looks with a striking new appearance that makes you look twice. The transformation feels authentic and committed, which is something Depp has always excelled at throughout his long career. Spanning decades, he has shown time and again that he dives deep into roles, whether it is a pirate, a chocolatier, or a troubled artist. He brings honesty and raw presence that connects with people on a real level. Now with Day Drinker, it feels like he is stepping back into that kind of bold territory that first made so many fall in love with his work. The project comes at a time when Depp has been choosing roles carefully, focusing on stories that matter to him personally. Lionsgate has a strong track record with thrillers and genre films, so pairing them with Depp creates natural curiosity about how this collaboration will turn out. Industry insiders who have seen early footage describe the tone as gripping, with moments that are both thrilling and surprisingly human, which matches perfectly with what Depp does best. He never plays characters as simple heroes or villains. Instead, he finds the gray areas, the contradictions, and the real emotions underneath it. Is that approach that has earned him respect from fellow actors and filmmakers across the board. For those who have been supporters through every chapter of his journey, this news feels especially meaningful. It represents forward movement and a chance to see him shine again in a big studio project. The script for Day Drinker reportedly went through several refinements to balance the supernatural elements with grounded character moments, making sure the story never loses its emotional core. Depp himself has always been vocal in interviews about caring deeply about the characters he portrays and how important it is for him to find truth in them. One recent conversation he had with a major publication highlighted how he looks for roles that challenge him and allow space for genuine discovery, which seems to fit Day Drinker perfectly. The release date announcement created immediate waves across fan communities, with people sharing their anticipation and speculating about possible plot twists. Without giving away too much, the studio has kept key details under wraps, but what has emerged paints a picture of a film that mixes vengeance with otherworldly elements in a way that feels fresh yet familiar to Depp fans. The visual style tease so far suggests rich cinematography that captures both quiet, intense scenes and more dynamic sequences, which should translate powerfully on the big screen. One thing that makes this project stand out is the way it seems to respect Depp's ability to carry a film while also surrounding him with talented supporting cast members whose names are still being finalized, but early rumors point towards strong actors who can match his energy. Lionsgate knows how to market these kinds of films, and they are already building interest through strategic image drops and updates that keep fans engaged without overdoing it. This measured approach feels right for a movie like Day Drinker, where the mystery itself becomes part of the appeal. Looking back at Depp's filmography, you can see patterns of him choosing projects that allow reinvention, and this one continues that tradition. In a modern context, the supernatural revenge angle opens doors for creative storytelling that can surprise audiences while still delivering the kind of performance depth people expect from him. Supporters appreciate how he has stayed true to his artistic instincts even during quieter periods in his career, and now this announcement signals that those instincts are leading him towards something exciting again. The 2027 release gives the team plenty of time to polish the final cut, ensuring it meets the high standards Depp sets for himself and every project he joins. What has impressed many observers is the genuine enthusiasm coming from the studio side. They see Day Drinker as a chance to deliver a genre film with real heart, and Depp is the perfect person to anchor that vision. His history with memorable characters means audiences already bring a level of investment when they hear his name attached to something new. This creates a strong foundation for the film to connect broadly while still satisfying longtime fans who value his dedication to craft as more information surfaces. Expect to see discussions about the themes of justice, loss, and redemption that appear central to the story. These are elements Depp has explored before, but always in fresh ways. that avoid feeling repetitive, his performances often linger with viewers long after the credits roll because they feel lived in and honest rather than manufactured. That quality is likely to be present in Day Drinker as well. Based on everything shared so far, the marketing campaign is expected to lean into the intrigue with atmospheric trailers that highlight Depp's transformed look and the film's unique tone without spoiling key moments. This strategy works well because it lets the audience discover the story naturally in theaters, which is where this kind of movie truly comes alive. March 26, 2027 is shaping up to be an important date for cinema goers who appreciate bold storytelling and standout lead performances. The fact that Lionsgate chose this project to bring Depp back into this space says a lot about their confidence in both the material and the actor himself. For fans, it is a reminder of why his work has resonated for so many years. He brings an authenticity that is hard to replicate, and in a film like Day Drinker, that authenticity can elevate the entire experience, the journey from announcement to release. Will be one worth following as new details emerge and the anticipation builds naturally. This is the kind of project that reminds everyone why Johnny Depp remains such a compelling figure in film. His commitment to interesting stories continues to create moments of excitement, like this one in Day Drinker looks poised to add another memorable chapter to an already remarkable body of work. The blend of supernatural elements with real human stakes creates rich territory for exploration, and Depp is exactly the right talent to navigate it all with nuance and power. Audiences can expect to see a performance that draws them in and keeps them thinking about the character long after leaving the theater. That is the Depp touch that so many have come to admire, and if it feels very much alive in this upcoming release. As the date gets closer, more pieces of the puzzle will likely be revealed, keeping the conversation fresh and engaging right up until opening day. This careful build-up respects the intelligence of fans who want substance along with the thrills, and Depp has always delivered both in his best work, respects the intelligence of fans who want substance along with the thrills. And Depp has always delivered both in his best work. What adds even more layers to the anticipation is knowing that Day Drinker brings together Depp with Penelope Cruz for the fourth time in their careers after sharing the screen in films like Blowback in 2001, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and Murder on the Orient Express. This reunion carries a natural chemistry that fans have appreciated in the past, and it feels exciting to see them collaborate again in a story that mixes mystery with high stakes. The film also introduces Madelyn Cline in a key role as the private yacht bartender whose life becomes intertwined with Depp's character in unexpected ways. Directed by Marc Webb, whose previous work shows a knack for blending emotional depth with engaging visuals, the project seems positioned to offer something fresh, while honoring the kind of storytelling that Depp gravitates toward. Lionsgate has described it as a supernatural revenge thriller, and the early logline paints a picture of a mysterious onboard guest played by Depp who crosses paths with C. Cline's character, leading them both into a criminal underbelly connected to Penelope Cruz's enigmatic figure. The setup allows for rich character interactions and plot developments that can keep audiences guessing without relying on cheap tricks. Instead, it builds on real human connections, loss, and the search for justice in a world that feels both luxurious and dangerous. Reports from the set and first look images show Depp sporting a striking new appearance with a beard and intense presence that makes him almost unrecognizable in the best way possible. That kind of commitment to transformation is something he has consistently brought to roles, and it creates immediate intrigue for anyone stepping into the theater. The production companies involved, including Thunder Road Films and Infinitum, Nile add credibility to the vision, as they have backed strong genre projects before with filming, having taken place in locations like Tenerife. The cinematography by Javier Aguirre-Sorbe promises beautiful yet moody visuals that capture the contrast between the open sea and the darker elements beneath the surface. For longtime supporters, this film represents more than just entertainment. It is a chance to witness Depp in a role that lets him explore vulnerability, strength, and mystery. All at once, his character, Kelly, appears to be a complex man whose day drinking habits hide deeper motivations, and the way the story unfolds through conversations and unexpected bonds feels organic and compelling. One of the strengths here is how the script by Zach Dean balances the thriller aspects with quieter moments that allow performances to breathe. Depp has spoken in various interviews over the years about preferring material that gives him room to discover the character during the process, rather than having everything mapped out perfectly. And this project seems aligned with that approach. The involvement of producers like Basil Iwanek and Erica Lee, known for their work on the John Wick series, suggests that action sequences will be handled with precision and energy while still serving the overall narrative rather than overpowering it. Fans who enjoy Depp's ability to convey so much with subtle expressions and physicality will likely find plenty to appreciate, as the yacht setting creates an intimate pressure cooker environment where relationships intensify quickly. What stands out in early discussions around the film is the focus on themes of grief, connection, and revenge. Without making them feel forced or overly dramatic, instead, the story seems to ground these ideas in personal experiences that many can relate to on some level. Depp's portrayal is expected to bring authenticity to those emotions, Drawing from his well-known dedication to understanding the inner life of his characters, as March 26, 22 approaches, the marketing will probably ramp up with more trailers and behind-the-scenes glimpses that highlight the cast dynamic and the film's unique tone without revealing too much too soon. This strategy keeps the excitement alive and respects the audience's desire to experience the twists naturally in the theater environment. Lionsgate has a solid history of releasing films that perform well in this genre space, and pairing that with Depp's star power creates a promising outlook for the project's reception. Beyond the plot details, it is worth noting how Depp continues to select roles that challenge perceptions and allow for artistic growth. Even after decades in the industry, his body of work shows a pattern of taking risks. And Day Drinker fits comfortably within that tradition by offering a blend of supernatural elements and grounded thriller storytelling that can appeal to both his core fans and newer viewers discovering him for the first time. The collaboration with Marc Webb adds another interesting dimension, as the director has demonstrated skill in handling ensemble casts and emotional arcs in previous films like 500 Days of Summer, and The Amazing Spider-Man entries. This combination of talents suggests a final product that feels polished and intentional rather than rushed into production. The post-production phase is currently underway, which gives the team time to refine the edit, sound design, and visual effects, ensuring everything lands with maximum impact. By the time it reaches screens, the supernatural revenge angle opens up creative possibilities for striking imagery and intense confrontations, while the yacht setting keeps things contained and character-focused in a way that heightens tension. Naturally, supporters often talk about how Depp's performances make him feel something real, and this film looks set to continue that pattern through its exploration of unlikely bonds formed under pressure. Penelope Cruz's role as Cara Lozana, the criminal figure, brings in layers of intrigue and power that complement Depp's mysterious guest, while Madelyn Cline as Lorna, the grieving bartender, provides an emotional anchor for the story. To revolve around these three central performances have the potential to create memorable on-screen chemistry that elevates the entire experience. As more details emerge from the studio, expect conversations and fan communities to heat up with theories about how the connections between characters will resolve and what supernatural aspects will play out on screen. The release date in late March gives it a strong positioning away from major holiday competition, allowing it room to stand out and attract audiences looking for something different, yet satisfying in the thriller category. Depp's history of drawing people into theaters with his unique screen presence, combined with the current buzz around the first look images, positions Day Drinker as a notable event for 2027 cinema calendars. For those who have followed his career through various phases, this announcement and the subsequent build-up feel like a natural progression toward projects that excite him creatively and give fans new material to engage with deeply. The honest storytelling approach avoids unnecessary flash in favor of building genuine investment in the characters and their journeys, which is a hallmark of the kinds of films Depp tends to champion. Looking at the broader context, the film comes during a period where audiences are showing renewed interest in original genre stories with strong lead performances, rather than constant sequels, and that timing could work in its favor as word of mouth builds. After opening weekend, the production design and costume elements teased so far suggest attention to detail that immerses viewers in the world, whether on the sunlit decks or in the shadowy corners where the criminal underbelly reveals itself. This level of craft supports Depp's performance style, which often thrives when the environment feels lived in and believable. Overall, the project embodies a balance of commercial appeal and artistic integrity that many supporters value highly in his work as the months pass leading up to March 26, 2027. The anticipation will likely include fan art, discussions about past collaborations with the cast, and predictions about how the revenge elements will unfold without spoiling the experience for others. It is this kind of organic community engagement that makes releases like this special, and Depp has always had a talent for inspiring that level of passion. Through his commitment to every role, the script's focus on unexpected connections and hidden truths provides fertile ground for the kind of nuanced acting that has defined him much of his career, and in a supernatural revenge context, those nuances can shine even brighter against the heightened stakes. Producers have kept updates measured, which builds trust with audiences who appreciate not being overwhelmed with promotional noise too early on. Instead, the strategy seems to let the material speak for itself through strategic image releases and official announcements that maintain momentum without hype overload. This thoughtful rollout matches the tone of the film itself, which promises depth alongside excitement for anyone stepping into the theater curious about Depp's latest transformation. And the story it serves, the involvement of established talent both in front of and behind the camera, reassures that Day Drinker will deliver on its potential as a compelling addition to the thriller landscape, while giving Depp space to showcase the range that has kept him compelling for so many years. As we move closer to the release, more interviews and features will probably surface, offering insights into the creative process and the personal touches each actor brought to their roles. Without turning into mere promotion, these glimpses often reveal the dedication that goes into projects like this and help fans feel even more connected to the final product on screen. The supernatural aspects blended with real emotional undercurrents create opportunities for scenes that linger in memory long after viewing, and Depp's ability to convey complex inner states positions him perfectly to make those moments resonate. The yacht environment itself becomes almost another character, adding isolation and beauty to the unfolding drama, which can amplify the impact of key interactions between Depp, Cline, and Cruz. This setup allows the narrative to shift between tense confrontations and quieter revelations in a rhythm that feels natural and engaging. For viewers overall, the film seems crafted with care to honor both the genre expectations and the human stories at its core, something that aligns well with Depp's approach to his craft through the years. As 2027 begins and the marketing intensifies, expect Day Drinker to generate plenty of positive discussion around its unique blend of elements and the standout performances driving it forward. This is the kind of project that reminds people why they fell in love with cinema in the first place, through characters that feel authentic, even in extraordinary circumstances, and storytelling that respects the audience's intelligence while delivering thrills and emotional payoff. In equal measure, Depp's dedication shines through in every update, and the collective effort from the entire team suggests a finished film that fans can genuinely look forward to experiencing together in theaters on that March 26th date. The journey from announcement to opening night will be filled with shared excitement and discoveries that make the wait worthwhile for everyone involved. If you have been following Johnny Depp through the years and this news about Day Drinker has got you excited like it has for so many of us, then make sure to mark your calendars for March 26, 2027. When the film arrives in theaters from Lionsgate, it promises to deliver that signature blend of mystery, intensity, and heartfelt moments we've come to appreciate from his work. Share this update with fellow fans who might have missed it. And stay tuned for more official trailers and details as they drop. What are your thoughts on Depp reuniting with Penelope Cruz and teaming up with Madelyn Cline in this supernatural revenge story? Drop your honest excitement in the comments below and let us know which aspect you are looking forward to the most. Your support helps keep the conversation alive and shows appreciation for the kind of bold storytelling Depp continues to bring to the screen. See you in the comments and at the theaters on that release day.